All right, so in this video, I'm going to help you with something I struggled with, and I know so many student pilots out there struggle with. And I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to say I didn't quite get this, and it didn't click for me till a few weeks ago, sitting here as a CFI. You want to find out what it is? Stay tuned. Roll the intro. All right, so here's what we're going to do today is I struggled mightily with understanding VORs. And I know many people out there struggle with VORs too. So I've been explained the way VORs work many different ways by many different people, much smarter than me, and it just never clicked. Then I finally spoke with someone, I'm not going to say who, and they just explained it in a different way for me, and it finally clicked to the point where now I understand it. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to take this camera, I'm going to point it at my iPad, we're going to use an app, and it's called IFR Trainer. And of course, you wouldn't know that if you're in private pilot training because that's for instrument training. But we're going to show you because it's got some cool features in there that we're going to show you exactly how VORs work. So let's go take a look. Okay, so we're going to start here by drawing a VOR here in the center. We're just going to make a nice little circle here. So the easiest way to start with VORs is we have to understand is that they have radials coming off them in all directions. So we're just going to draw a couple radials here. So we have our 360 up the top there. We have our 180 in the bottom, 090 on the right, 270 on the left. So every degree has a radial coming off of it from the VOR. So the easiest way to find where we are in reference to this VOR to be able to navigate is to find out where we are. Well, yeah, the easiest way to find out where we are is to find out where we are. The easiest way to find out where we're going is to start by finding out where we are. So let's say we're over here on the right-hand side. This is going to be my airplane. I know it's just a dot. I'm not an artist. So we're going to have our airplane over here. And it doesn't matter if it's facing north, south, east, or west. It does not make a difference what way it is facing. So we're going to be on the 090 radial. So the easiest way to figure that out is to watch for the flag. So you're going to have a flag on your OBS knob in your plane. It's going to be a little triangle for each way. And what you want is some of them will actually have FR or FRM or FM. And then the other side will have 2. So what we want to do is we want to spin the needle all the way around so we get the from flag. We always want to start with the from flag. That's what makes everything so easy with VORs if you start with the from flag. So once we get to the from flag, we're going to spin it all around until we end up centering the needle. That's going to tell us the radial we're on. In this case, we're going to be on the 090 radial over here to the east. Now, if we wanted to travel past the VOR to get to the other side because we're flying west, we're going to fly over the top, we would then put in a 2. So we would flip the flag 2, center the needle, and then it would give us the 270 radial because that is on the opposite side. So the easiest way to remember VORs and to find where you are is start with the from flag, center the needle. That's going to tell you where you are. The 2 flag is always going to be the opposite side of the VOR. So you can start with your navigation from that. So let's flop over to a app on my iPad here and we'll dig a little deeper on this. Okay, so here we are. This is IFR Trainer. It's an app that you can get in the App Store. If you're a private student, you're not going to know about this because this is instrument training stuff, mostly used in instrument training, but you can use this as a private student to help yourself understand VORs. So let's start with VOR number 1. That's going to be this VOR over here on the left, It has the purple radial coming off of it, and it's going to be the number 1 OBS knob in the top left corner. So we have an airplane somewhere randomly placed on here, and it is hidden on purpose. So let's start with the OBS number 1, and let's spin it till we get a from flag. Oh, here we go. We got a from flag. All right, so now all we got to do is we got to spin it until we center the needle. Okay, so we can see that we're on the 104 radial coming off of VOR number 1. Now we're going to look at the VOR number 2 down in the right corner with the blue radial coming off of it, and it's going to be OBS knob number 2, and it's going to be in the middle on the left-hand side. So if we look at it, we already have a from flag on there. So we don't need to spin it to 2. If we spin it to a 2, we've gone too far. So let's see if we can spin it and center our needle and see where, up here goes our needle. Okay, so our needle on that one, we're on the 333 radial. And our plane, once we unveil it here, should be right where those two radials cross. That's how you find out exactly where you are on a map. And then I'm going to show you that it doesn't matter what way we're flying after that. So first, let's reveal the airplane. Hey, look at that. There's our airplane. Exactly where it was supposed to be. Now, again, if you want to travel across, you want to get to the other side, all you got to do is switch the flag to a 2. So let's say we want to go work with VOR number 1. We're going to flip the flag. Oh, there's our flag 2. Now let's center the needle. Okay, so if we wanted to fly across that VOR to the other side, we would have to fly a heading of 284. That would take us to the 284 radial on the other side. But let's just kind of bring it, you know what, let's leave that here. Let's leave that here on the 284 radial to show you VOR number 1 has a 2 flag because we want to travel to the other side. And VOR number 2 has a from flag. But now a lot of people think it's because you're traveling to or from the VOR. And that's not necessarily true. You can do that, yes. But I want you to watch the plane. I'm going to spin the plane here, and I want you to watch those 2 VOR OBS knobs. The 2 and the from is not going to change no matter what way the airplane is facing. So it does not matter what way the airplane is facing. You're the one that's going to determine your heading and the way that you are facing and you want to fly. And then you're going to base everything else off of that with whether you need 2 flags or from flags. And now some help for you with the written test. When you go and take the FAA written test, because you're going to see this all the way up through commercial and CFI, is you're going to get a situation where you're going to have OBS knobs turned like that, and your heading is going to be like this, where we're doing like a 270 heading. And they're going to basically say, you know, where are you, things like that. Figure out where you are, where you want to go. The easiest way to figure those things out first is to either draw it out on paper, or if you can, spin the book in front of you. Get yourself oriented. Get yourself oriented with a north up 360 heading. So get yourself set with that, and then however the plane is facing is however the plane is facing. And then again, you're just going to work those knobs all the way to from, and then center the needle. All the way to from, center the needle. I hope that helps you understand VORs a little bit better. Let me know if there's anything else I can help with. All right, so I hope that helped. If it did, let me know in the comments below. If it didn't, let me know in the comments below, and we'll try to explain it a different way for you. But again, I hope that helped you with your understanding of VORs, so you can use them to navigate and answer all those pesky questions on the FAA written exams that you're going to see on VORs all the way through your training. So again, I hope it helps, and we'll see you on the next video.